So today I want to share with you how to paint this seascape. But I have 15 steps and ideas and directions to do that, and that's going to take a long time. So I'm going to break it down each week, one step at a time. So today I'm going to share with you the BlockIn. So let me show you how I started this painting and why right now. All right, so first off, with this first step, it's the basic BlockIn, laying in of the initial color on the panel. Right here, I just scraped that on there with my palette knife first, and this is a transparent oxide yellow, transparent oxide red. All I'm doing is getting the color onto the panel. It doesn't matter how you do that with your fingers. There's an artist, really successful, paints fast. He's ambidextrous, paints with both hands, and he often uses his fingers in there, doing traditional oil paintings. It's pretty fascinating to watch. Robert Moore. Sorry, there you go, Robert Moore. Look him up. He's got some fun videos on how he does that. Anyway, whatever tool it takes, whatever you need to do. When I looked at this image that you see down there in the lower right corner, my thought was, what's the overall tone in that painting? And it was a warm color that I felt in there, a warm atmosphere, because the sun is setting. That sun is way down low. It's pretty close to going down for the night. So it's starting to warm everything up with that yellow and orange of night. I don't always do this. In fact, it's probably 50-50 or less, where I cover the panel right from the start with just one color. But in this case, I decided to do that, to start off with one continuous tone on the whole panel. So when I'm doing this painting here, I used a combination of the two, of transparent oxide yellow and orange, because then I can fluctuate it from top to bottom a little bit. And that's not a big deal. It's really, I'm just thinking in terms of, sometimes I like to have some areas where it's more red, some areas where it's more on the yellow. And so having that combination of the two colors can give me some variety. It's really all about just variety, but it's not a big deal. Generally speaking, most of that's going to be covered over, so even just using one color is going to work out just fine. In this instance, I could have used a paper towel or my brush or anything else just to cover it up. I decided to use my brush because I wanted that paint texture. I wanted the actual bristles, the texture from the bristles to show up in that background color. But in actuality, I've used so many different things to cover up a panel. I've used paper towels, I've used spatulas, I've used tools like this that they use for caulking. I've done so many different things. It really doesn't matter how you get it on there. What matters is, what is the purpose to this BlockIn? Do you think that towards the end of the painting, it's going to basically all be gone and you're not going to see it again? Because then it probably won't matter how you apply it, just get it on there quickly. But if at the end of the painting you know that you're going to have quite a few areas that might show through, then you might want to think closely about each aspect of that BlockIn, like the texture, the colors, the placement of things, the light and shadow pattern. All of those elements can make a big difference in the final outcome of your painting. So really it comes down to, what is the intent of this BlockIn? What in your mind is going to be the final result? And that's what will determine how to start your painting. So in this case, I knew that I wanted to have a warm undertone, because my painting overall is going to be warm because it's a sunset scene. And because there's a lot of red and yellow in the rocks and the sky, the clouds, I anticipated that I would have a lot of warmth in the clouds. So I don't just start each painting the same. I think about, in the beginning, what is this painting going to require? And that's what guides my BlockIn. So I hope that helps as far as when you're thinking about, how do I start this painting? And really, the most important thing is, just start it. Just go for it. Just get something on the canvas, on your panel, and get started, because then you're going to accomplish something with it. That's what it's all about. Just getting started and then moving forward with it. So if you haven't checked out the blog post yet that this video goes with, go to masteroilpainting.com. Up in the menu, you'll see the blogs, and this one will be right there. So just put in California coastline sunset scene, and you can find this blog post. And you can find a whole lot of other free art training on our website. In fact, we have a whole page dedicated to just free art training. People love it. We get hundreds of visits every day, people coming to that free art page. And I'll have links for the blog post, the free art page, and our new art club down in the description below. So check that out. All right, have fun and happy painting.